Greetings, fellow outsiders, and welcome to House Hunted. I am very excited about this game. I played John Doe, which is by the same developer, and I think it's like semi a prequel, or it's at least the first game out of this sequence from the developer Scopophobia Studios, and I really liked John Doe, so I'm excited to do House Hunted now. Let's go ahead and get into it and do a new game. Scopophobia. Oh, this is cool. I like that. Warning, this game you're about to play contains graphic violence that some may find uncomfortable or disturbing. Not us, guys, right? We're brave. The creator takes no responsibility for those who may be upset by the proceeding. By continuing, you are consenting to the contents therein and agreeing that you are capable and mature enough to enjoy this content responsibly. All right, that goes for you guys too. Make sure you're able to enjoy this content. Let's go ahead and continue. There's your warning. You were warned. I like the music. What a long bus ride. But I'm glad I'm finally here. You looked around yourself, taking in the surroundings, breathing in the nauseating aroma of bus exhaust and oil. It's kind of a nostalgic smell, though, a little bit, don't you think? Maybe just for me. Well, there's obviously not that much to look at here in the Grey Horse Bus Station. I'm sure the rest of the city is beautiful, just like the brochure said. Hopefully, the apartment company was honest about having my new place ready for move-in. You moved in without seeing your new place? Quickly grabbing your modest baggage from the bag claim, you straighten your clothes and walk towards the nearest visitor center. There's a cafe nearby. I'm starving right now and it'll be a nice pick-me-up. Okay. I wonder if these are AI-generated pictures too. I also kind of wanted to see the city. I could just wander around a little bit. I'm also pretty tired. Maybe I should just head home to my apartment. Let's wander aimlessly. I imagine there are multiple endings to this. If there are, then I will get them. So let's wander aimlessly this first time. I think it might be fun to get a lay of the land today. Just a little walk around the area to see what's around and all. After wandering for a good hour, you find yourself at what looks like a business district. You're shocked to see such tall skyscrapers in such a small city. You find a comfortable bench to rest and drink some water, watching the businessmen scurrying past you on the sidewalk. They all look pretty similar to one another. You notice one of them looks more out of place than the others. Instead of the hyper-focused gaze that marks the other faces, he looks sad? You wonder about him for a moment. He looks sad and scary, when suddenly a very tall, older gentleman stands directly in front of you, towering over you and staring directly into your eyes. He's got a snatched waist, though. Hello? Can I help you, sir? He stares at me a moment longer before adjusting his bright red blazer, brushing his hair back only for half of it to fall right back down into his face. You're new in town, lost and wandering. You need a place to call your own. The way he talked surprised you. His voice was so smooth, as if he's given the same speech a million times. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Maison Tallow, #1 realtor in all of the Uncanny Valley. Oh, we're in the Uncanny Valley. That's clever. I can help you find your dream home today. He quickly snatched a business card from his breast pocket, only for another identical business card to pop up to take its place. Suspicious. He offered it out to you, his hand coming uncomfortably close to your face, making you flinch back a bit before taking it from him. Give me a call and we can get you set up in a new house. Today. Guaranteed. Oh, his his name is not Mason, it's Maison, which is French for house. Okay. I should tell you, I already have an apartment lined up, so I don't think I'm in the place to be buying a whole house. Maison? Hee, that's quite all right. I'm sure you'll be giving me a call. I am the #1 realtor in all of the Uncanny Valley, after all. He's given us a little wink, a weird wink. I never had a disappointed buyer. You'll love the house I just found for you. I'll be waiting. The strange realtor walked away before you could get a chance to argue, his long legs carrying him faster than you expected. You just shrugged and pocketed the business card. No harm in holding on to it in case something happens to this with the new apartment. You decide to sit on the bench for a little while longer, and you notice that the businessmen you were contemplating are now gone. You sigh and push yourself off the bench and make your way to your new home. As you approach your new apartment complex, you feel warm in your heart and can't help but thinking how you finally getting a much-needed change in your life. You take a deep breath in, taking in the cool air, the clean air of the valley, and step forward to find your apartment number. Ah, this looks like the apartment, a similar apartment to what we had in John Doe. Wonder if it's connected. Ah, here it is. This is so exciting. I've been wanting my own apartment for a while. You go through to turn the handle. Huh? The door doesn't budge as you twist the handle. You try again. It's locked. What? What the heck? They said the door would be unlocked when I got here. I should give them a call. Hello? Hello, Uncanny Valley apartment hunters. How may we help you? Hello, I'm supposed to move in today, but my apartment is locked. You can hear paper shuffling on the other side of the line, followed by what you can only describe as roars of an animal you can't place. What? Yes, you. We had a little issue with your apartment, and it won't be ready until tomorrow. Our apologies. Oh no, what am I gonna do? What could the issue possibly be? Is there a tiger in my apartment? Maybe you could pry more for a better explanation, but you don't want to be rude. Let's be rude. What do you mean something happened? I don't really have anywhere else to go. You hear the clicking of what sounds like a typewriter for a few moments and a loud, annoying sigh. Oh, we've been having some issues, okay? You wait for an elaboration, but you're met with a long, awkward silence instead. Yeah? What are the issues? More typing and paper tearing? Is that a blender? What's going on in this office? Your apartment will be ready tomorrow. Do you need anything else? How did they know our name? You sigh defeated and look around you. There's nothing much to really do in this situation besides looking for a hotel. No, that's it. Thank you. Please call me as soon as my apartment is ready. Please. Of course. Good day. With that, they hung up and left you standing in front of the building you should have already been in by now. Shoot, now what? You shove your hands in your pockets absent-mindedly and feel a hard piece of paper crunch against your fist. You pull the paper out of your pocket and suddenly remember Maison. Yeah, right. I was lucky to afford this apartment. I can't buy a house now. Oh, let me redo that. Huh, yeah, right. I was lucky to afford this apartment. I can't buy a house right now. Still, it wouldn't hurt to call and see what's available. Let's call Maison. Yeah, I don't see the harm in blowing some time looking at pretty houses I'll never afford. At least it's something to do, just because I think that's the more interesting option. Hello? Maison? Ça va? No answer. So much for being the #1 realtor in Uncanny Valley. Hello, and thank you for your call. Are you ready to see your dream house today? Were you just waiting here for me to call you? How ridiculous. I am simply the best in the city, always waiting for a prospective buyer's call. I am always ready to show you your brand new life. This guy was starting to worry you greatly, but he was already here. It'd be rude to ask him to leave. Let's go with him. We're being reckless today. Yeah, I mean, there's no harm in going with him. He's just trying to do his job, right? He may be a bit pushy, but realtors, they're always like that. All right, Maison, let's go and look at this house. Oh, I knew you'd choose the right answer, dear buyer. Let us go right there, then. The house is simply dying to meet you. What? Before you could properly ask him why he phrased it so oddly, you felt him roughly grab you by the upper arm, dragging you along with him down the street. We might have made a mistake. Feels like you have been walking for an hour in awkward silence, struggling to keep up with the strange realtor's long and fast strides when he finally stopped abruptly, forcing you to bump roughly into his back. He didn't budge at all from the force of your weight against his back. You jumped back, trying to hide the red of your cheeks from your embarrassment. Sorry. You looked over at the huge house before you, the for sale sign glaringly obvious on the curve. This is the house? Oh, do you see something you like after all? I'm not surprised. This house is in very good condition. You don't think I can seriously afford this place, right? This place is huge. Quite the flatterer, I see. I assure you, the price is very reasonable, and I'm willing to haggle greatly. The seller is simply looking to sell fast. You look back at the house. Something had to be up with this. It was sounding more and more fishy the more this realtor talked it up. Yeah, this whole situation is fishy. Oh, it was... What's the catch then? Catch? Yeah, come on, man. Why is the seller trying to get rid of this beautiful house? Did someone die in it or something? Of course not. His pause worried you greatly, but you're pretty sure you read somewhere that realtors had to disclose that information to you or something, right? I don't know. Simply come inside and take a look around. No strings attached. You'll love it when you see the insides. You won't be able to walk away from a deal like this, dear buyer. That's interesting phrasing. Do you mean I actually won't be able to walk away? Something definitely felt wrong about all this, but you're already here. Should we try and leave? You know what? For this round, let's go inside. Let's do what he wants. All right, let's go check it out then. Don't get your hopes up though, Mr. Tallow. Oh, I have no doubts that you'll be instantly attached when you see it. He roughly grabs your arm again, his sharp fingertips digging in roughly as you follow him up the concrete walkway into the bright red door. How long have you been searching for a buyer for this place? You decide to ask to lighten the mood up a little. You notice Maison staring intently ahead to the door, his eyes looking almost hungry as he ushers you through the door and into the living room. Oh, this place is pretty nice. You look around at the stand-in furniture and run your fingers along the couch. Oh, it's warm. In fact, the whole place feels really uncomfortably warm and humid. Hey, do you think we could, turn on the AC or something? It's a little hard to focus. Do you absolutely love this house? It's a little early for that. I mean, I haven't even seen any of the other rooms. I don't feel very good. Can I sit down? Oh, by all means. Make yourself comfortable, dear buyer. What's going on here? You shakily stumble over to the couch, your hands helplessly grasping the warm leather. You gasp surprise as Mason grabs your arm by the shoulders, guiding you to the middle of the couch and helping you sit down. You try to steady yourself, rubbing your head in an attempt to stop the sickening vertigo. Can we maybe crack a window or something? It's getting really hot. I don't know what's wrong with me. You know something that's a terrible shame, dear buyer? You glance up at the room still wobbling around you, making it more and more difficult to stay upright. What? This doesn't look good. I was beginning to enjoy your company. It's not often I find such a responsive buyer, and it does become awfully benign simply eating everyone who comes over. Your eyes have difficulty processing the melting walls around you, becoming more and more organic and even meaty in texture, and you start to notice a strange, sickly smell that you hadn't noticed a moment ago. Is he the house? House hunted? He's hunting as a house? Breathing it in makes you feel even more dizzy, and you slowly slump down into the warm, fleshy couch. Eat? Oh yes, you're new in town. This must be very confusing for you, correct? That's all right. You don't need to talk. I will simply explain the situation. After all, I am Uncanny Valley's #1 realtor, and I've been doing this for a very long time. Though it's been decades since I found someone so receptive. The other folks here in the Valley hate explaining anything. A very lucky chance you met me first. Hi. You could feel Mason crawl over you onto the couch, his hands placed carefully next to your head as he leaned in close to speak into your ear. He felt extremely warm to the touch, and his skin brushed against yours. You see, dear buyer, being the #1 realtor comes with its responsibilities. I'm not like the other realtors. You see, I take great care in what I do, unlike those who simply want a quick snack. It's become so hard here in the valley to find buyers. The other realtors have taken to simply snatching and running. Quite barbaric, wouldn't you agree? Mason gently cupped your cheeks as he spoke. You were shocked. He was being so kind. You could feel him nodding your head for you in agreement to what he was saying. He's nodding her head. No. My value is much higher. I find the finest buyers to incorporate into something much greater than themselves. I can't just have any tenants to eat now, can I? I have my standards, and I will not stop. I will not stop or stoop to such low behaviors. You weakly nod your head, yourself with his help, not entirely comprehending what he was saying or talking about, his words sounding further and further away as your body grew heavier, and it felt as if you were sinking into the meat of the couch. Into the meat of the couch. Ah, I just knew you'd understand. I suppose since we're getting ever so close now, I could drop my own facade. It does get tired controlling this, albeit quite handsome, cumbersome little lure. You watched as Maison's eyes grew dimmer and his body felt limp, still being held up by something, but limbs no longer retaining their rigidity. Quite impressive, isn't it? With such attractive lure, it's become quite easy to bring in such tasty prospective buyers the old-fashioned way. I suppose it's just my luck to be so gorgeous naturally. It is clearly no wonder how I became the #1 realtor, right, dearest buyer? That doesn't look good. You blearily watch as Maison is yanked backwards and up towards a fleshy lamp on the ceiling. You notice the umbilical cord rope protruding from his neck as he hung there limply. You wanted to scream, cry, or anything, but your body was totally paralyzed at this point, and all you could feel was the growing burning sensation as something hot slowly seeped through your clothes and onto your skin. I truly wish I could make the digestion process slower than this. I truly do, dearest buyer. I would greatly enjoy some more stimulating conversation. Alas, this is how it is, and how it's always been, and I have not eaten in quite some time. Perhaps in another world, another time, we could have spent more time in each other's company. I'm sure you understand that one must eat, though, and I am truly grateful to you, dear buyer. Maison's voice was no longer coming from his limp, lifeless body, but instead sounded as if it was coming from the very walls around you. You could hear him sigh wistfully, and the walls looked as if they were breathing along with it. I will always think of you, long after you become part of me. You're getting a little too clingy there, Maison. You finally allowed your heavy eyelids to close as you sunk deeper into the warm couch. You could feel the meaty fabric of the couch moving to cover you up like a soft blanket, almost tucking you in as you let yourself slip into a sleep you'd never wake from again. Okay. You died. Offer accepted. Is that one of the endings? I wonder if we can get more. Okay, guys, so there is apparently 4 endings to this. So let's see what else we can do. I think one of them is just being as resistant as possible, probably. I don't know. Let's play around. Okay, so we can either head to the cafe or head to the apartments now. Let's head to the cafe first this time. Yeah, I think if I go any longer without eating something, I'll collapse. Coffee also sounds pretty great right now. Ooh, maybe if we eat, that'll be a different ending, right? You finally make your way to the nearest cafe. It's small and quaint, and you can hear the chatter of random patrons inside. You slowly step into the cafe, taking in the smooth, rich smell of brewing coffee and the sweet scent of baked goods. Oh man, coffee and a pastry sounds so good right now. Makes your stomach growl even louder and prompts you to rush up to the counter to place your order as quickly as you can. After placing your order and snatching up your dinner for the day, you scurry over to the furthest table away from anyone else to scarf them all down. The coffee is thick and strong and slides down your throat slower than you expect. It's an odd sensation, but strangely not bad. The cake is equally an odd experience. You decide on coffee cake, but the flavor seems to be different with every bite you take and makes it hard to get used to eating it. There's also a strange hard bit throughout it that pop and sizzle like Pop Rocks, but it tastes like cinnamon. What is wrong with this town? You're so hungry right now, though, and you just deal with the weird food and focus on getting it through your stomach as quickly as possible. You're focusing on your food. You don't notice the older-looking man sitting down at the table in front of you. Oh, I didn't notice you. Hello? Can I help you? The strange man adjusted his burning red blazer and cleared his throat. His movements were so odd and stiff, as if he was made of cardboard. You're new in town, lost and wondering you need a place to call your own. The way he talked surprised you. His voice was smooth, as if he's given the same speech 1,000,000 times. He has, hasn't he? Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Maison Tallow, the #1 realtor in all of Uncanny Valley. I can help you find your dream home today. He quickly snatched a business card from his breast pocket, only for another identical one to pop out and take its place. Hi, Maison. He offered it out to you, and his hand coming uncomfortably close to your face, making you flinch a little bit. Give me a call and we can get you set up in our new house today, guaranteed. Oh, okay, I should tell you, I already have an apartment lined up, so I don't think I'm in a place to buying a whole house. Hehehe, that's quite alright. I'm sure you'll be giving me a call. I am the #1 realtor in all of the Uncanny Valley, after all. I've never had a disappointed buyer. You'll love this house I've just found for you. I'll be waiting. I don't trust you, Maison. You ate me last time. The strange realtor walked away before you could get a chance to argue, his long legs carrying him faster than you expected. You just shrugged and pocketed the business card. No harm in holding it in case something happens with the new apartment. You quickly finish up your food and beverage, making sure to leave a nice tip at the table before heading out. As you approach your new apartment complex, you feel warm in your heart and can't help but think about the new house. You take a deep breath, taking in the cool, clean air, and step forward to find your apartment number. Ah, there it is. This is so exciting. I've been waiting to have my own apartment for a while. You go to turn the handle. Huh? The door doesn't budge as you twist the handle. You try again. It's locked. What the heck? They said the door would be unlocked when I got here. I should give them a call. Okay, so this time I'm gonna give up instead of persisting. You sigh, but ultimately decide it's better to just be patient. You don't know what the company might be going through right now. Thank you. Please give me a call when my apartment is ready. Ah, yes, of course. Have a good day, you. With that, they hung up and left you standing in front of the building, and you should have already been in by now. Shoot, now what? Okay, this time I'm gonna look for a hotel, because I think that might be different as well. You decide it's probably a better idea to go and find a reasonably priced hotel than waste your time with the realtors. Hey, this is different. You find yourself in what seems to be the heart of the city, the many buildings and stores almost feeling as if they're closing in around you. All right, hotel. Downtown areas usually have hotels, right? Oh no, lost, lonely. You didn't call me, you. Whoa, Maison? Were you following me? How silly. No, my dear buyer, I am simply that good. #1 realtor in all of the Uncanny Valley, after all. I'm very sure you still remember this, right? Oh, I remember you. You rarely forget houses that eat you alive. You clearly need a place to go, and I have the perfect house just waiting for you to be inside it. Interesting choice of words, Maison. How do you know my name? He just stared at you, clearly refusing to answer. Listen, I'm just looking for a hotel. You know, hotel. You make sure to really announce the word hotel to him as if he didn't understand. You really wanted to get the seller off your back. A hotel. The tall gentleman seemed to be struggling with processing what you told him. Something was even creepier when he frowned than when he smiled, which was shocking. Oh, my dear poor buyer, you are so confused and lost, I see. He was not listening. Listen, just come with me and take a look around this lovely 3-bedroom home with me. If you don't absolutely fall in love with it, I will personally pay for your hotel stay when I search for a house that suits you. Specific needs. You didn't like how this last sentence was almost a purr. Purr. I can't do that. There. Better. But if he was being honest about paying for the hotel, what did you have to lose? You could just humor him for an hour and tell him no when he's done with his little speech. All right, Maison, you wore me down. I'll come and look at this house you found for me. Perfect. I can assure you, you will love this 2-garage domicile that is just starving to meet you. You were about to question his choice of words when you were abruptly cut off from the sensation with a long bony hand wrapping around your forearm, almost dragging you along with him as he's headed towards the God knows where. Maybe you made a mistake. We definitely did. Felt like you had been waiting for an hour, in awkward silence, struggling to keep up with the strange realtor's long and fast strides when he finally stopped abruptly, forcing you to bump roughly into his back. He didn't budge at all from the force of the weight against his back. You jumped back, trying to hide the red from your cheeks from your embarrassment. Okay, I'm going to fast forward. All right, let's leave. You just can't shake your nervous feeling and decide it'd be better to get out of here. You're sure he'll understand you weren't planning on buying it anyway. Listen, Mr. Tallow, I think I'm going to have to drop out of the walkthrough. I don't want to lead you on to a sale after all. I'm sure you'll find someone who will love this place. He's mad at us. Yeah, so I'm gonna go now. I'm so sorry for wasting your time. I'll hold on to your card, so I will for sure call you when I'm ready to buy. I appreciate your time. Maison just stared at you for a few moments before walking backwards towards the house, stepping carefully down the concrete path and through the door, his head peeking out for a few moments sadly plead to you before disappearing. You could have sworn you heard a low rumbling growl emitting from the house just before you left. Did we escape? It felt like hours before you finally made your way back to the city. You were so tired you had to find a hotel as soon as possible. You jumped at the sound of your phone ringing suddenly in your pocket and quickly answered it, fumbling with the touchscreen. Hello, you? Yes, that's me. How can I help you? Yes, we solved that little issue we were having, so if you'd like to go ahead and go to the apartment, it's all ready for you. Oh my gosh, really? That's great news. Thank you. I'll head right there. We'll look forward to your business, and remember, Uncanny Valley Apartment Company is dedicated to finding the perfect home for you. Our realtor, free, guaranteed since 1992. Oh, realtor free. So does that mean we're safe? Click. Does that mean we're safe, or are we going to get eaten? You didn't have the time to think about the odd tagline. You were just happy you could finally go home and rest your weary head and lay off your poor sore feet. It's John Doe, guys! It's John Doe! I would be lying if I said I didn't miss this guy. You're just excited to get home. You rushed through the streets of the city. Oh my goodness. I like John Doe. I got a little crush on John Doe. You couldn't wait just to get to sleep. It's been a long day. Oh, so is this like a semi-prequel? This must be a semi-prequel. Doe-eyed, you lived. Oh, favorite ending. I love you, John Doe. Mwah. I love you. Okay, let's try and get another ending. Okay, so this time we're heading to the apartments. I'm so beat from the 6-hour bus drive, I should just head to the apartments and order a pizza or something. The classic move-in food. Pizza sounds good. Pizza sounds really good. As you approach your new apartment complex, you feel warm in your heart and can't help but thinking about how you're finally getting a much-needed change to your life. You take a deep breath in, taking in the cool, clean air of the valley, and step forward to find your apartment number. Oh, so we never met since we didn't go and explore the city. We haven't met Maison, at least not yet. Here it is. This is so exciting. I've been wanting my own apartment for a while. You go to turn the handle. Huh? The door doesn't budge as you twist the handle. You try again, and it's locked. What the heck? They said it would be unlocked. I should give him a call. Before you can pull out your phone, a very tall, older gentleman stands directly in front of you, towering over you, staring you in your eyes. Hello? Can I help you, sir? He stares a moment longer before adjusting his blood-red blazer, flashing his shockingly white teeth at you. It's a smile that makes you a little nauseous, but you're not sure why. You're new in town, lost and wondering you need a place to call your own. The way he talked surprised you. His voice was smooth as if he's given the same speech 1,000,000 times. I've given it at least 3 times. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Maison Tallow, #1 realtor in all of Uncanny Valley. I can help you find your dream home today. He quickly snatched up a business card from his breast pocket, only for another identical card to pop up and take its place. There you go. His hand uncomfortably close to your face. Give me a call, and we can find a new house today, guaranteed. Oh, thank you, but I already have an apartment set up to move in. I just have a little issue today is all. Hey, that's quite all right. I'm sure you'll be giving me a call. I am the #1 realtor after all. I've never had a disappointed buyer. You'll love the house I just found for you. I'll be waiting. The strange realtor walked away before you could get a chance to argue, his long legs carrying him faster than anything. But an odd man, no harm in holding onto his card. You quickly pocket it and pull out your cell phone. For this one, I'm going to change my mind. So what I did is I went to the cafe first, and then after that, I just let the apartment thing go. I didn't fight them on that. And then I called him instead of just leaving immediately so that I could have this interaction, and now I'm going to change my mind and see if we can get a different ending that way. Actually, I think I might just go look for a hotel. I'm really sorry to make you come all the way out here. I'm just not interested in buying a whole house yet. He stared at you for several uncomfortable moments, the sickly grin seeming more full of malice than it previously did. John Doe, come save me. Please save me from this man. Finally, he brought his hands from behind his back, straightening up his coat even more and adjusting his little house-shaped lapel pin. I will be waiting for your call, my dear buyer. And with that, he turned and walked away briskly. It felt relieving to see him finally leave. Now you can finally get back to figuring out what you should do next. All right. You finally arrive in the heart of the city, the sounds of the city ringing in your ears and enveloping you. You're thankful the Uncanny Valley isn't a huge city and it has a warm, quaint feeling to it. You begin to search the many buildings, signs for a hotel. Oh, finally you find one sticking out like a beautiful white beacon. You rush in quickly and ring the little bell for service and check-in. You finally found your room, tears filling your eyes upon seeing the big soft bed nestled in the center of the room. You quickly shed your shoes and jump on top of it with your entire body, letting yourself slowly sink into the plush mattress. I'm so tired. I can't wait to sleep in my own home, but right now this is the best feeling I have ever felt. You slowly let yourself drift off, your body feeling as if it's been enveloped by a warm marshmallow. You think about where your life is going, and smile to yourself knowing that you made it. You have an apartment waiting, you moved all by yourself, and the gas station approved your application. You lived, checked in. I still gotta say, that was a good ending. I still gotta say the doe-eyed one is still my favorite. I've taken a liking to John Doe, guys. I've taken a liking to him. All right, let's try and get the last ending now. Okay, it felt like you had been walking for an hour in awkward silence, struggling to keep up, before you finally, boom, in his back. He didn't budge at all from the force of your weight against his back. You jump back, trying to hide the red of your cheeks from your embarrassment. Sorry. You looked over at the huge house before you, the for sale sign glaringly obvious on the curb. This is the house? Oh, do you see something you like after all? I'm not surprised. This house is in very good condition. You don't think... He's talking about himself. I just realized. You don't think I can seriously afford this place, right? This place is huge. I'm uncomfortable now knowing this house is him. The jokes. Quite the flatterer, I see. Maison, you little skank. I'm gonna stop talking now. I assure you, the price is very reasonable, and I'm willing to haggle greatly. The seller is simply looking to sell fast. You look back at the house. Something had to be up with this. It was sounding more and more fishy the more this realtor talked it up. What's the catch then? Catch? Yeah, come on, man. Why is the seller trying to get rid of this beautiful house? Did someone die in it or something? Of course not. His pause worried you. Okay. You'll love it when you see the insides. Something definitely felt wrong, but you're already here. Okay, let's go inside. Alright, let's check it out. Don't get your hopes up though, Mr. Tallow. Oh, I have no doubts you'll be instantly attached when you see it. Ha 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 ha. Get it? He roughly grabs your arm again, his sharp fingertips digging roughly as you follow him up the concrete walkway to the bright red door. How have you been searching for a buyer for this place? You decide to ask to lighten the mood a little, but you notice Maison staring intently ahead at the door, his eyes looking almost hungry as he ushers you through the door to the living room. Oh, this place is pretty nice. You look around at the stand and furniture and run your fingers along the couch. Oh, it's warm? In fact, the whole place feels really uncomfortably warm and humid, because we're in somebody. Hey, do you think we could turn on the AC or something? It's a bit hot in here and it's hard to focus. Do you absolutely love this house? No, my heart belongs to John Doe, actually, so... Take that, Maison. It's a little early for that. I haven't seen any of the other rooms. I don't feel very good. Can I sit down? Oh, by all means, make yourself comfortable, dear buyer. You stumble ahead, the room spinning around you. You grab onto the couch and steady yourself to see the walls melting. Uh-oh, this doesn't look good. What the heck? Oh, what's the matter, dear buyer? Are my guts alarming? Please don't fret. I promise it'll be quick enough. My enzymes will be sure to knock you out before the digestion process becomes too unbearable. What? What are you... Oh, hi. You're a little close. You're getting a little close for me for comfort. Try to steady yourself, but Maison grabs you roughly by the throat and throws you down, pressing you hard against the floor. Maison, stop. You try in vain to keep yourself propped up, your eyes growing heavier and your nostrils filling up with the sickly sweet smell engulfing the room. Ugh. Just relax, dear buyer. You're gonna make my value skyrocket. He was pressing his body against you hard, making sure your face was against the floor. It was warm and kind of soft, and you started letting your eyes slowly close as tiredness and the sickly smell lulled you to sleep. Uh-oh. Maybe this wasn't as bad as you thought. You were so tired and just didn't want to fight anymore. You could feel a stinging sensation against your exposed skin, burning you slowly, but you didn't have the energy to fight Maison or the house anymore. Or maybe you should say Maison the house. You finally let your eyelids drop, breathing slowly and deep for the last time as the house slowly digested you. You died. Housewarming. All right. Well, that was the last ending. Very interesting. I enjoyed that one. I have to say, my favorite part was the John Doe cameo. That one had a certain charm to it. I really liked that first game. So I liked this one as well, but John Doe's still probably my favorite out of the two so far. But I definitely like this developer. If they decide to make any more games, I'd be interested in playing them and seeing what they're about. It's very interesting stories, and I'm liking the Uncanny Valley universe it's building. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up. If you like the rest of my content, and check out my John Doe playthrough too. I'll put it on the screen somewhere. Then go check that out. And if you like it, consider subscribing to my channel. But other than that, I just wanted to thank you guys for being here. It means a lot to me that people are interested in watching my videos. So I will see you in another video sometime in the future. Bye-bye.